So, uh, I've come to the beginning of my conclusion. Uh, are we not bundle of molecules with atom, with each molecule carrying an atom? So, okay, I keep jumping planes, so it might be hard for a lot of guys to switch planes. So this existence, as we call it, God, God is life, life is energy. Likewise, from religious point of view, and from scientific point of view, like we are particles. The whole existence is particle and vibrations. So, in a sense, the way I see it, like if you if you pass energy through a bundle of molecules at certain frequency, it changes shape. So the way we see it, we call things with words, everything with words, and words are nothing but frequency and vibration. Okay, so in a lot of ways, the awareness that gets created within us is nothing but the nucleus, the nucleus, the atom, the nucleus within the atom of the molecule gets aware of the environment that we are in, and that is how we identify a lot of things. One guy in parallel life and past life, he asked a question: where does our soul? Where does our soul exist in our body or brain or something? He asked like that. There was a question, so I had to analyze it. I had to let it sink. Then the conclusion that I came to is it's stored in our DNA. The soul is awareness, like the way we call God, like all aware. So it's the awareness, the knowledge of what's around you. Okay, knowledge comes to you by connection. You getting connected, it's as simple as you drinking water. You're aware of what water is, its properties, its this and that and X, Y, Z, everything like that. Let me smoke a bidi. So, probably the animals and all what we see, trees, plants, everything. That is a bundle of molecule with energy passing through it. Those are the natural things. And the houses, buildings, aeroplanes, machines, and whatever we have built, that's a trapped energy. Okay, just leave that aside. So, seeing from that perspective, think from the core of the earth, all particles and all that, molecules and all that, that make up a lot of layers, then it becomes an earth. And trees and animals and all that, we are the same thing. So, now you just try to visualize, you're going far away from earth. Slowly we become so minute that we won't be visible. We'll just appear as a part of earth. It's the same thing. The more further you go, you can visualize the sky. Like there are a lot of things, a lot of planets, a lot of stars, everything, but we cannot see it. lot of the ones which we cannot see. It's still there, but we cannot see it. So it's just like that. So we have a just bundle of molecules, with energy passing through. Uh, the thing is like with as humans, the way the nucleus gets aware, um, as humans we think, like the way the nucleus gets aware, the way we interpret with words, we can say, the way we relate to things are words. But it's the same thing. The other bundle of molecules, trees and animals, water, everything that exists, they also experience the same frequency and vibrations of their environment, and they relate in different medium. Medium would be right because the words we utter among ourselves to relate with the what do you call that similar molecules is like that. But once the state changes, like even states are different. Like molecules, matter exists in three different states, like liquid, solid, and gaseous state. It's like we, as humans, like all the living beings, what we call living beings, come to existence like they are born by semen and egg when it fertilizes. That's almost like in a viscous, or you can call it a liquid form. Then the physical, it has all the physical blueprints in it. So when it is born, then it is again in a physical form with all the other qualities in it. Then again, when we leave this body, okay, the way molecule is a vessel, and when energy passes through uh, for certain period, and after it's done, like how a tree grows up and dies, decays and goes back to the earth, the same thing happens. The molecules, after a certain period of time, they start decaying. That's how we get old and all that. Then we that energy transits to gaseous state. All religious books, they have all different narratives, like but I am a native. When I say native, people see it in very different ways, almost a superficial way, like like what meets your eye, what you can touch. But native in holistic view or spiritual or whatever you can call it, life is native. Okay, from the beginning, it's been here. So it's just that. So what was I saying now? Oh shit. Yeah, that question, right? Where does our soul reside? I'd say DNA, because DNA is the one which carries all the imprints of all the past evolution. The molecules, they evolve with energy. Uh, like somebody's child is born, so the DNA transfers all the past data of the molecule that has been. You can say that. So the evolution, everything is in the DNA, the whole data. So that's where your awareness, the data of all the environment, your previous environment, how it has evolved, all the data, all the knowledge, it's in the DNA. So that's the soul, and that is done through our brain, the memory section. Okay, and a lot of other combinations are there. Yeah, about the holy books. I'm a native, and some of my ancestors, they got into Christianity. So other people they call converts and all that, but it doesn't fucking matter, like because basically we're the same. and I can tell you through any any field you want me to tell you. I'll tell you it's the same thing, because if you see Bible, it's about existence. You see Vedas, it's about existence, the environment we are in, the medicine, this and that, XYZ, how we are supposed to live in society, how you should conduct yourself, do's and don'ts. But if you look, if you go to the depths, Bible, Quran, Vedas, all the religious books, they are about existence. And existence, from science's point of view, it's particles and vibrations, frequencies, plain molecule. So I'll tell you from Bible's point of, Bible's perspective. It begins with the book Genesis. When I've been reading it on and off. There was time I used to read quite a lot about it. It used to be fascinating. As time we say, but time doesn't exist as such, because the way we humans have made watches and clocks, it doesn't represent the whole existential framework in it. Okay, in Hinduism, I won't call Hinduism because Hinduism is not actually a religion. Sanatan is right. It's not even a. You can't call it religion also. Social religions are not religions. It's been distorted. Was It's nothing like right and wrong. It had to be there to build up to the finale. Like so, Ved, Quran, Bible, they all have the same thing. In Bible, the Genesis part, the creation part. If you see if you go to the depths, if you evolve with it, if you evolve, everything evolves, everything changes, it transforms, even words evolve, and words are representations of what is around us, and everything that is around us is bodies of energy. So even the words are frequency and vibrations. What we speak is frequency and vibration. Okay, so whatever they represent of the environment, it's energy body. It's with molecule bundles with energy passing through. So the whole description of it, it's very nice if you can understand that part. You'll really fall in love with all those books, not just any one religious book. So it may appear random to people, but there's nothing random in the existence. Everything is what do you call preordained, but there's a variation in every loop. So where was I? Yeah, Genesis creation thing. If you see, it's of a fetus being born. The description of how a fetus is in the womb. Okay, so it has 6 days. It take the narration uh, has 6 days. The problem we face because of the 6 days is because of the time narrative. We use human-made clocks. It's supposed to be Fibonacci clock. Fibonacci clock is similar to not similar. It's the representation of flower of life. In Hinduism, they call it Jivan Chakra, and in Bible they call it Alpha and Omega, Shunya. Eternal life is there, life cycle. And Quran, I haven't looked much into it, but Quran and Bible are the same thing. Okay, evolution wise, it's the same thing. Condensed versions like Torah, Bible, then Quran. It's all the same thing. It's about the existence around you, evolution. So that way, all the books that what people call holy books and all that, they are just stories of not stories. uh, about the molecule, the formation of it, the way it behaves, the way it evolves, and in loop what happens. That is how they can. The predictions are there in the revelation, like what will happen in the end days. Just like supposing the beginning is a seed planted in a soil, the tree grows up, bears fruits, and whatever happens, like different seasons come and go, how it faces it and how it weathers out. Slowly, it goes back to the ground. It's just that there's everything that's happening around. It's the final beginning of the end, a new beginning, and this is where it it gets a bit different. But I'll continue this, but if it will vibe with a lot of people, if it vibes with people, but I know I can feel almost everything now. But as I said, like it's the beginning of my conclusion. I was looking for a lot of people, like feeling the same thing, but I never came across who actually uh, saw this angle. Like probably evolution. It's probably how we humans spiritually call it opening up. I It's all in the narrative also, how I present it and how I present it. Yeah, most people glamorize it. They make a lot of decorations, like but for me, it's uh, I've been like this. I don't know. I know actually. Was there to know? Okay, let's check like how it works out.